Okay, hey everyone. Welcome back to my workbench. It's been a while. I apologize for that one. Um, it's been so long. Wife had her gallbladder out. My son has to go is back home for all remote learning again because of COVID. That will never end. We have a new president elected, and all that fun stuff. Um, Back here on the workbench, see if I can get some stuff done. I've run into a couple of slightly strange issues here. One of them is I'm going to have to do some rewiring. I have a little power supply board here, a little 12 volt buck converter, so the screen doesn't have any screen glitches, but the side effect is the way the Nomad's designed, you have to have all the cables come up from the bottom like this. So the joystick lines don't really matter because they're hooked in the back here and they flip underneath, and I can flip. You have to be able to flip this entire this board to be able to insert this cable, then flip it up and use it. So I'm gonna desolder that in a minute. I've already taken some photos. The second one issue I've run across is um, when I received this larger upgraded speaker, I didn't ship with the bracket. And then I looked over on Console 5's website, and they don't have the bracket in stock either. So I don't know if I'm gonna try to make a bracket or have one locally 3D printed, or from the where they get these brackets from, or find a way to attach them. So it sounds like at the very minimum, what's going to have to happen is this piece of plastic here is going to, because this is the original bracket went on like this with two screws, with two screws like this. And but the problem is the overall dimensions of this new speaker is a lot wider. So um, there's going to have to be a way to either move it over or cut down on one of these surfaces a little bit. I mean, I have the mill and everything for it, so it's not a huge deal, but it's a little frustrating. I don't have the official bracket for it. And I looked in the original shipping box, and this is all I got. I'm sure it's not hidden in here. No, this is what just came in this inside of a bag, just like that. So I don't have any bracket. I went through all my, because when I start a project, I keep everything in one box together, so nothing gets lost. So I don't know what the heck, or where the heck it went. So I don't know. I don't know which way to go. I mean, I don't throw anything out. I have the original speaker and bracket and everything, so that can all go back in. Or if I can find some way to install that speaker, that'd be great. The immediate need now, I'm running into an issue where these speaker wires are very brittle. So just moving around, I've cracked it off like twice already, and I haven't even been that like violent with it. So there is another bracket that goes on top of the screen. I still have the screen protector on there, but let's see if I can pull. I've already took photos of this to know where to put these back. One of them is one line here is the one going to the plus side of the boost converter, and the other one's just the ground. And I already took off the two wires that are the 5 volts. This guy right here is the 5 volt regulating line. This is the buck converter. It, it, it chops the voltage down to 5 volts, which is perfect for the um, joystick. So the joystick's been working great. The controller one port's been working great. But anyway, what I do have to do is figure out how in the world I'm going to. I gotta extend these wires out, and I'm gonna run a basically. Actually, I don't even. This isn't even quite long. This should be long enough. This is an IDC style cable. What I would want to do is run it probably over the top and then back. See that it's a little bit confusing how to get this all together because there's actually a. Move this out of the way a second. There's a this is the support for the um, joypad, and then you've got supports over here for the buttons, so you got to route everything around those. So this is the controller 1 cable right here, with the exception. I already put some extensions on here, so what I'm going to do is run them all the way across the back and then up here, but now I need to figure out how in the world I'm going to go ahead and see. This is wrong too. I have to redo this one as well. This is the coming for the screen, so I have to run like 4 wires over. I gotta go and desolder this or cut these and extend it so I can feed it up and down. So that's my challenge there. But the bigger challenge is figuring out how the heck to do with that speaker. This is just extending wires, so that's not make or break it all there. But trying to figure out how in the world to modify that bracket or contact Council 5 and see, hey, you guys have this back in stock yet or what? Or when is it going to come back in stock? I mean, I suppose I can get stuff 3D printed, but it's a little bit of a pain for me. See, this is... I should just desolder this right now while I'm here. Pull that off. Get this out of the way a minute. I still need to make up the battery packs, but those are pretty straightforward because I've done those many times before, and I still got that CDX. I need to finish doing the adjustment. I started doing a little bit of it. I didn't have it on video. It's a little bit challenging. I've never done it before, so learning how to do it. Let's see which one, the red one's closest to me. Okay, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the red, the positive is this side. Oh, good. It's got this. Let's see. You can mark that real quick. It's just going to show up. It's positive. The second pin's negative. Where's my side? There it is. So, yeah. So this is one of the more intensive Nomad. It seems like every Nomad mod I get is pretty intense. There's one I did, actually repainted the case. So I had to take it apart. I repainted the case, and I went and did the case got repainted. I'll overheat this joint. See, that one came right out perfect. Black wire here. I repainted the case, and then I did, of course, a new screen. They didn't do a player. This is the first time I've ever done the controller 1 mod, so that's an interesting one. Of course, it was the complete like recap, new screen, all that stuff. But that one actually did a paint job on it. And that was actually kind of wild. And that was the same customer. I think he was down in Texas. He I was working on the Game Gear too, and that was wild because I replaced the AA batteries with internal lithium polymer batteries. So that was actually pretty cool. That was a lot of work. Oh my goodness, that one was a repaint too. He wanted them painted white, so I painted them white and got like custom decals for it too. So that was really wild. That was a couple years back. Business was booming a little bit more back then. I'm sure it'd be booming now if I wanted it to, but I'm kind of need a break from all this. Oh, with all this COVID and everything else going on, it's hard to get down here in the workshop. I live in Illinois, so our case count is just insane right now. The county I live in, it's like 20% positivity or something nuts like that. It's like, oh. I remember when we first shut down, that was a thing. I was working from home for how long? Months, just months. And then finally got back to work. But I mean, now in terms of positivity, it's worse now than it was back then. And the number of cases is just crazy. I think it was like 16 or 18,000 yesterday. That's a lot for a state with 11 million people in it. I think we got like over 500,000 cases. So Yeah, so this is, now I have to figure out, I'm going to extend these wires out because I need it all to be able to fit. Let me flip this over here. See, again, when you assemble it, you're going to have to like drop the whole thing into the top case, the front case of it, which I can't finish yet because I need to figure out the speaker. I'm tempted, I might go back and reroute this coming down here instead, because now I know I need to come up here more. So I think in a minute I'm going to unscrew this and reroute that cable. Again, this is the first time I ever done this mod, so I need to it's lessons learned here of what to do, what not to do. And again, this one, I think I'm going to have to route this coming over the top here, run across and then over the top. Let's see how that works. Let's see, maybe I should pull those screws gently. This little bracket comes up. Oh, there's a hold down screw for it, two of them. Do is this is kind of a, I usually need one part sorting tray, but the way the Nomad's it with its two complete separate boards, I kind of try to keep two separate trays for it so I know which one goes to which. And of course I lost one screw, not lost, but I had to take out one of the standoffs there to do it. And so now I need to figure out how I'm going to route all these and keep moving forward. It's been so long, I swear it was some dust on here I had to blow off. I was like, oh my goodness. It's probably not been a month. Yeah, so my wife, we went in on a Monday night. Luckily we went when we did because the hospital we went to is on already full. I mean, there's no, you can't have visitors in the hospital. When we went a few weeks ago, they were still allowing visitors in the room, but now it's all full up. There's no more. Funny story. My wife, she was even then they run out of regular rooms, so they stuck her up in the maternity ward. Which is great to explain to the front desk why I don't have a wristband saying I'm a father, and explain, yes, I am a father, yes, she is a mother, but our son is 14 right now, so we had that fun stuff. So every time a new shift came with the nurses, bless the nurses there, a new shift came in, they would ask if it was a boy or a girl, and we had to explain it was a gallbladder. So on Monday, the gallbladder, actually we came in because she had a horrible gallbladder attack, and then she got out on Wednesday, and then finally on she got out of the hospital on that Thursday. So the very next week, though, they went to no more visitors in the room, so we're fortunate in that respect. Oh, I hate this part of it. See, this is the Nomad always gets me. This part, this particular part here, trying to figure out how to pop it forward past the, this is the strangest design, getting it past the controller port. It always feels like you're going to break the damn thing, which I always thought was slightly disconcerting every time. I don't want to break this live on camera here either. So, alright, I'm going to stop for a minute and upload this video, and hopefully I'll be able to work on this a little more tonight. Otherwise I'll work on it tomorrow. It's Saturday now, and then I can work on it tonight and a little bit tomorrow. Goodness knows if I'm going to be working from home again soon. Oh goodness. So yeah, this is, I hate this part. always forget the trick of getting this thing out. I gotta look at my notes real quick. But yeah, that's enough for tonight. So I'll be rerouting this cable. I'm going to be extending all these wires so they basically come up right next to, in parallel with this ribbon cable here, or maybe off in the corner. I'm not sure what. Probably off in the corner, so I can flop it forward and back, and then figure out what the heck I'm going to do with that speaker, which has got me scratching my head a little bit. Oh well. Say la vie. And then I'll get this mostly done, and I think I'll work on that CDX soon. That one's a challenging one. I've never done it before, and there's 5 pots in there you gotta go through. So you put an audio disc in there, and you keep on adjusting until it doesn't skip anymore, basically. Oh well. Okay, that's enough for tonight. Everyone, thanks for watching.